2020's been a hell of a year, that's for sure. Ready?
Yep. Hit it.
Oh. All right, so here's the plan. I have this board up there that shows 2021. Yeah, been an interesting year to say the least, but we're gonna go out with a bang. And what I mean by that is every single year, no, that's not true. A couple years ago, I started doing push-ups to ring in the new year. I think I've only done it 2 or 3 times. Didn't do it last year. This year, I wanted to bring in the Gymshark family and some other friends. I am looking to match whatever Gymshark friends come on. And whatever we knock out in push-ups, I'll do as many push-ups as my fellow YouTubers, Gymshark athletes, Instagram people.
Are you ready?
That goes in the files.
Are you ready? Let's get it all!
It is nice and early in the morning. What better way to start off push-ups than jumping on with this legend?
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Steve. What a fantastic time to be alive.
Matt, where are you coming from?
I'm euphemistically, in real life, I'm coming from England. I'm coming from extremely cold and depressing England.
But did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was sick. It was awesome. Yeah, it was very good. We had all the family down. So we basically, some of my family came over pre-Christmas, and then we got locked down. So they've just been stuck in our house, quarantining together for the last 2 weeks. So it's been inadvertently, it's been quite good, you know?
But you've got the home gym. You've got, he's got a sick setup. Don't let him fool. Don't feel too bad for Matt because he's doing all right.
I'm trying to contain it, but I'm feeling very smug. I'm trying to pretend I'm not portraying it outwardly, but in my head I'm extremely smug that gyms are closed and I've just got a sick setup. So yeah.
I saw yesterday you max bench press, or you're over now 400 on the bench press.
Yeah. Because you're weird pound plates, right? So I've done I've done 4 plates and a little one, which is I guess over there would be 410. Here it's 4 bang, pretty much bang on 4. I think exactly 400. I think.
Nice. That's impressive. And then the squat. So you're kind of in a powerlifting phase right now.
Yeah. So I was a powerlifter a couple of years ago, and then I don't know. It got too much. I was squatting and deadlifting heavy 3 or 4 times a week, and it's not very fun and it's not very sustainable. It's hard to do other things around that, you know. So I kind of got over it, and now I'm not taking it as seriously, but I'm definitely training with more of a strength focus. I just find it way more fun and
I like that. I like that. I like when people following programs. I feel like we live in a day and age where everyone wants something sexy for Instagram, and it's just well, sometimes just doing the basic lifts, following a strength progression is the best thing to do, but it's not always the sexiest thing to do.
I wear women's leggings, so actually I combine them.
I see that. I see you wearing the black camel ones, and I was just
I'm really comfortable. Hey. Man. I feel so good about myself. I just love it.
Hey.
So good about myself.
Hey, and you know what? I also, the legs, they really showcase and the glutes, man. It's just looking good. What was the best present Luca got for Christmas?
Luca's a bit of a weirdo. He's so he goes through phases. Right now,
a bit of a weirdo. Only Matt can call his son a bit of a weirdo.
He's like an absolute dork. So he's well into dinosaurs now, but really weird niche dinosaurs. So he likes. His favourite dinosaurs are a Compsognathus, which is this weird little tiny, just minuscule dinosaur. He likes a Sarcosuchus, it's a weird crocodile type dinosaur. So basically, we brought him an array of really weird niche dinosaur toys that probably no other child owns in the UK. But yeah,
just toys like dinosaurs you've never heard of. I thought you were going to say a Stegosaurus. Everyone goes T-Rex, Velociraptor, the Brontosaurus, but no, he's going things I've never even heard of.
And he won't hesitate to correct you if you get one wrong or you mispronounce it. He'll be all over your face. Yeah.
Dang. I'm feeling like Luca could be the next David Attenborough. There's going to need to be a replacement here. At one point, I think David Attenborough is 119 right now, but I love Sir David Attenborough. He's the man. And Luca's already got. He's the showmanship. You taught him that already. It kind of came natural.
Yeah.
We just figured it out.
Game on, done. It's a good plan.
Okay, I'm gonna go on you. We're gonna go count them out.
Interestingly enough, in England you don't call them push-ups. You call them
We call them by their real name, which is press-ups. Like pressing up.
Press-ups.
I don't know
That
why.
makes
Like, thing is, some of the discrepancies in our language make sense, right? You can think like you guys have taken it and kind of made it more logical. What was the need for changing a press up to a push up? That I feel like it's unnecessary. You know what I mean?
Great point. Yeah, it's just kind of like we have to be different type of a thing. Like, oh no, Mother
exactly.
England, we're going to be different and call them rebellions. That's a good point. All right, okay, here we go. I'm going to set this down. I'm going to get in push-up position. So,
Quite nervous.
you've done the different fitness challenges. What was your best? What is it? A 2-minute push-up?
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, almost every single military test involves press ups to some extent. So we've done it a few times. Normally, it's like how many you can do in a minute. That seems to be what the go-to. Like,
And we can do that. We can just go. This first one, we can just say, hey, how many you can do in a minute if you want.
I did push yesterday. I'm at a massive disadvantage. I'm
right.
riding my post-push soreness.
We'll just knock out what we can knock out. Okay, first set. Okay, here we go. On you.
How strict are we going here?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good thing to talk about actually. When we're going strict, I'm thinking little 90 degrees bend in the elbow, just above that to full lockout. So they're gonna be good push-ups. Great triceps though, man. I'm looking at your triceps right now thinking the guy is handling business. Six, 7.
That was fine. If I'd done like 2 or 3 more, that would have gone to exhaustion. That would have killed me. That was like an RPE 7. So I can get a reasonable second set.
That's smart though.
Endurance is extremely bad. So like if I go to exhaustion, my next set's like their numbers are going to drop off extremely quickly. 45.
45, yep.
Just try and get to like
100. All right, here we go. On you.
Okay.
29, 30. That's a good spot. Now it's 75. We'll shake it out.
75. 25 to go.
Yeah, that's a good way of breaking it up. So 2020 been pretty, I'm trying not to be, every time I talk about 2020, it's just been, kind of negative. So what was one thing in 2020 that you're grateful for? Like what's one thing in 2020 that you're like, like if I can take a silver lining from this year, it's gonna be this.
I don't sound like a gimp because obviously people are having a rubbish time, but like I've done a few cool things. It's not been for me, it's not been a disastrous year. I've done some cool stuff, like I guess like my book. So I've got a book coming out literally this week. Comes out on Thursday.
24 hours body.
A lot of time spent on that. So that's like I feel that's quite a cool like kind of life goal, to have a book. I'm pretty proud of that. So that's kind of cool. I'm happy with that,
And when is that releasing? And people just pick it up online?
So you can pre-order it now, but you can get it from as of Thursday, so 31st of December. You can get it like obviously anywhere, but you just type it into Google. It's called the 24/7 Body. You can get it on Amazon, etc. Yeah, it's good. It features like there's at least 7 or 8 photos of Steve naked. So that alone is probably.
I love it, man. It's been fun to see. Obviously, YouTube, I feel like exploded really like a year and a half, 2 years ago, where it went from good numbers to just like insane. Like it's been so cool to see that. Because I kind of like, when I was hearing you talk about, I don't know if it was in person or in one of your videos, where you were doing YouTube for a long time. You were a school teacher, right?
Yeah.
You were doing your videos, and on top of everything else, and then all of a sudden, one day, it's kind of like you just got better and better and better. But there was a lot of time that you put in that before there was crazy success on it. But now, obviously, you put in that work. It has to feel good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I spent, I reckon, at least 3, maybe like 3.5 years, making 2 or 3 videos every single week and getting literally zero. I didn't get a penny. I got nothing from that. And that was whilst I was working full-time as a teacher. I had like a son. I was training as a powerlifter. So like I was doing a lot of stuff. So like it was pretty stressful. But like, I guess a combination of like I felt like my content was good and it was going to get me somewhere. But also I'm quite stubborn, and like I was like, I've already invested this much time, I might as well see it out. So I just kind of kept going, and so many times where I was like, this is a waste of time. It's embarrassing walking around like with a camera in public filming yourself while I was getting like 100 views on a video. It's hard to justify, so it is pretty satisfying now to look back and think that like I stuck it out and now it's doing right. It's quite cool. It is cool.
In my last video, I talked about how so much of the reward isn't, people think, when you achieve that level of success to where now you're able to have a book, or get millions and millions of fans on YouTube and Instagram. That's all great. The nice things, building a house, a gym, like there's a monetary side of things that people tend to concentrate on. But I was kind of talking about how that hill, climbing that mountain, like to get there, like that's got to be more rewarding at the end of the day, knowing that you've been able to push yourself in times like, again, that everyone's probably thinking, why is Matt doing YouTube? Like, back in the day when it was hard. I'm sure people question that, and for you, like to have that, if you keep pushing, if you keep going on something that you feel is right, at the end of the day, when it does pay off, yes, all of those other things are nice, but there's that feeling deep down inside that no one can give you, no amount of money, and I feel like that's kind of your story, is that in pushing through that, like that has really made you who you are.
Yeah, definitely. I think I like to think, like I said, I was already quite stubborn and persistent, but like, that's just reinforced that need to, to see things out and to finish. If I do something, like I want to do it properly and wholeheartely and see it through to the end. And that's kind of vindicated that. Now I feel like it's kind of makes sense to do that. I'm just like, I'm like obsessed with like making progress, and that kind of manifests with like my training and all the things I do. I like to see, like if I see there's, if something isn't changing, then that's where I struggle with. I want to see something is progressing and growing in some way, So like I said, I mean the monetary thing, like that is definitely cool and it's fun seeing that growth, but like that translates in loads of other areas, like all kinds of things that you can measure in some objective way. I find that really, really satisfying. And that's one of the big things that drives me, just to kind of see that progress. I think that's what I find like
massive,
like deeply satisfying in a creepy way.
All right, last set, 25, and we're going to be at 100 then. We're going to be starting off with a bang. 25 reps. On you. Let's go. There we go. Start it off. How many? You extended the set? How many did we knock out?
That was like 105, I think.
All right, I'm gonna put it on the board. Put it on the board right now. We're at 105, that'll be good. That way if someone isn't as strong as Matt will do 5 push-ups for them. So, there we go. All right, brother, last question. One thing in 2021 you're looking forward to, like, if you could...
My house, like,
yeah.
So we got a house, and like, we wanted to get a house that we could do ourselves and like get it exactly as we want. Ultimately our dream house, I guess. So we're gonna start building that in like, or like it's an existing house. We're redoing the entire house, completely like ripping it out. So we're gonna start that in like February. So that's probably the main thing. I'm like so excited to have that together. That's gonna be extremely satisfying. So
that's awesome. Love that. Well, we'll be excited to watch, follow on YouTube. I appreciate you jumping on. 105 down, and about, what do we got? About 1,916 to go. That'll work. All right, thanks brother, I appreciate you. All right, just got done with those push-ups with Matt. Had a little break. Hobbs is needing a little bit of morning cuddles. Usually, I let him jump in the bed in the morning and we cuddle for 15 minutes, but this morning, nope, got up and had to get the day started, so he's expecting his morning cuddles. But right now, even though we just got done with push-ups, we're gonna jump on with Obi. The man, the myth, the legend, Obi. If you guys ever watched my YouTube videos, you know, you've probably seen Obi. We trained about what was that, a year and a half ago? I guess it was longer than that now.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah. Time has flown by this year in a weird way, because I feel like 2020's lasted forever, but at the same time, like, because I haven't done a ton of traveling or anything, it seems like, you know, I can't remember anything that's gone by, so it seems in that aspect it seems fast, but I just remember the last time we worked out, you know, Obi to me is, he should be studied in a lab, because the man is just amazing. You're amazing when it comes to, you know, you've done bodybuilding in the past. You have a world-class physique. When I say world-class, I mean it. There are very few people I know with just, I mean, you're size-wise, massive, doesn't have a weak body part, but then also, a lot of people would probably just have rested on the fact that they had this great physique and stick to what they know with bodybuilding. But what I love about Obi is the guy was like, oh, I'm gonna go do CrossFit. I'm 240 pounds. What do you weigh? 240? Yeah, I'm 240 pounds. I'm going to push myself in a new way, and I'm gonna go do some functional fitness. I'm gonna go push my body. You're cycling, you're rock climbing, and I think out of all of the Gymshark athletes, you're one of the people that I look to and I'm like, man, like, it inspires me, because I love doing different things. I love different modalities, pushing myself, similar stuff, trying rock climbing, trying swimming, trying cycling. I just got a new mountain bike, and when I look at your stuff, I'm like, Obi's what I want to be when I grow up. Like when my pecs grow up, they want to be Obi's pecs. Like when my beard grows up, they want to be Obi's beard. So Obi is just like the man that you know, inspires me a whole lot. So it's good to have you on here.
Thank you. That was yeah. That was. Thank you so much. It was nice to hear, but I'm just like, oh my God, this has brought me up so much here.
I love what you do. So right now you're in the CrossFit gym, the Royal Docks, what it's called?
Royal Docks Fitness, yes.
And we have done a workout there, kicked my butt. And so tell me a little bit about your training right now. What are you into? I know you're into cycling and even some rock climbing.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, rock climbing has been stop because of lockdown. So it's like, oh, we get 1 week and then we have back again. So like I make progress and then it's like I'm regressing again on the wall. It's been tough.
Of all time. Like there can't be too many people bigger than 240 pounds rock climbing.
Yeah, it's not for big people. It's not. I mean, there's certain holds that I just won't be able to do because I'm too heavy to hang off a small boulder, but that's the fun part. It's the challenging part of doing it. Because of lockdown, actually. It's because of the whole Rona, as we call it, that forced me to have to diversify again what I did, and hence why I started doing outdoor rugby style training, because we couldn't go to the gym. And I said to my friend who was a rugby player, like, right, we need to do something outside in the park. We started doing the rugby stuff, and then I bought a bike purely for commuting, and I was like, okay, I want to actually see what this is like. And then I remember a few people who on my Instagram was like, oh, you're going to fall into the trap. And I thought, nah. And then all of a sudden it was like the whole outfit, changing, learning to use cleats. And I've actually bought a new bike because the bike I have, it's just not built for what I want to do. And now I'm doing endurance cycling where I want to do 50K at least once a week. And then hopefully challenge myself to maybe go to Brighton, which is like a 100K ride and stuff like that. So that, I mean, my training has now, it's less focused on just purely being in the gym, which is fun, which is actually a lot more exciting. So like, you know, you do have a few days, I have a few days where I'm like, yes, I'm going to go to the gym. But then now I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to go climb, go do some bouldering. And then on Sundays, I do like 50K on the bike. So I'm slowly trying to build up to 100K.
We can do these push-ups any way you'd like. I know you just got done with the killer workout. You said you did Linda.
Yeah. So if anyone who does CrossFit on your channel would know what Linda is. It's awful.
A lot of pushing, a lot of anterior delt work and triceps.
So it's to be honest, it's the bench, because you've got bench, so body weight bench, so 110 kilos bench, so it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So for me, it's 155 kilo deadlifts, 110 bench, and 83 kilo power cleans.
Wow. Yeah. So that is, and when you say it like that, like I was thinking when I first heard it, 10 reps, that's not too bad. But then you're doing 10 sets on top of that. And that is not lightweight. Like that is not lightweight at all. And you do it for time? It's for time then?
Yeah, it's for time.
Wow.
It's for time. So I've done it before. This is one of those benchmark workouts that you do, and then you try and see if you're better. So it was a lot better this time, and I paced it better, but it still sucks. You know, it's 10 reps on all of them, 9 on all of them, 7. So it's never going to be fun.
I feel like, all of those workouts just are meant to suck. So I think you must like pain a little bit in terms of feeling like, hey, am I going to throw up like that? I have always kind of felt with my growing up as an athlete, there was that time at the end of practice where you get on the line and you do your conditioning, your wind sprints and things like that. And it sounds like with CrossFit, you get a lot of, in any given workout, you have to go to that dark place where you're like, okay, I might lose my lunch here if I continue to go at this rate. But the thing that I like that you just said, CrossFit workouts, most people don't know, they're like, most of them are not just go balls out, all out as fast as you can. There is so much that goes into pacing yourself and knowing when to breathe, knowing when to step back, not totally breadline. Otherwise, you're going to just blow up, burn out, and that's going to hurt you in the long run.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people go, I'm always like, form is everything for me. Even when I do workouts that you will start getting sloppy, especially when it's heavy. So taking a step back. So a lot of times people see these Linda, for most newbies, will take longer than 30 minutes.
Wow.
And it's a long graft. So you have to know when to step back a bit. And one of my friends says this, it's a great way to look at it. He says, recover, not rest. So when you get to the deadlift again, you've got 9 reps, it's 155 kilos, take a step back and recover 3-4 seconds, 5 seconds. Don't look at it as resting.
Right.
That 3-4 seconds will enable you to probably do the 9 reps unbroken. But again, if you're smart with certain workouts, you would know what's your weakness, and you would know, right, I need to do one of these unbroken. The bench press, maybe break that down. The power cleans, do one at a time rather than going into cycling barbell. So again, when I did it the first time, I was all over the place. And now, when I did the second time, it was just as painful, but it was a lot smoother. And then, workouts like these teach you when to pace and how to judge a workout, a movement. So if you feel like the power cleans feels a lot better than the deadlift, maybe put all your energy on that and take your time on the deadlift. Right. So rather than going, right, I'm going to do all of it and just try and go all unbroken, you will struggle to do that. So like you said, I think, yes, CrossFit sometimes gets a bad rep. And for me, I take a lot of the good parts of CrossFit and what I can do, especially for my size, and apply to myself. So I wouldn't do certain workouts which I feel are ridiculous. Just like every other training discipline, there's certain workouts that you feel like are unnecessary. CrossFit has that, and I'm not saying it's perfect, but if you're smart with how you do your training, how you program your training, make sure you get a good coach. Just like in bodybuilding, you get PTs. You shouldn't be having countless injuries. And I think that's the number one thing. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, CrossFit, they break everything. Well, if you're silly and if you don't make sure that you get a good, go to a good box and get a good coach, just like bodybuilding, just like powerlifting, you would have injuries if you're reckless.
True.
There's injuries everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I think you're right. It's all in the programming, no matter what facet it is. I think in CrossFit, obviously, if you're ego lifting, it'll break you. down, because with the amount of Olympic lifts that end things for time, I think that's where most people get in trouble. Is like CrossFit, you have to check your ego at the door. Bodybuilding, you can do a little bit more ego lifting because you're not, like, you see bad form in bodybuilding, it might not come back and hurt the person immediately. Whereas in CrossFit, because you're under distress and fatigue, that's when it, like, when people don't respect the workout or don't respect or just don't know exactly that they, okay, hey, when you start breaking form down, I understand you're worried about that clock, but hey, you gotta take a step back. So I think you're right. I think the good CrossFitters that I've worked out with Brookins, we did a workout. Form,
I saw that.
Yeah, form is just perfect on things. Like, it's just pretty to watch a good CrossFitter work out. Their mechanics, it's a pretty thing to see. So I definitely agree. And speaking of pacing, okay, we got 100 push-ups here.
Yeah.
100 push-ups. How do we want to pace it? How do you want to do it? We don't want to just burn out on that first set. We can go on you, and we can do it any way you want. Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That felt good. That felt like just a nice little smart training. Doing push-ups a smart way. 2020, it is what it is. I don't want to harp on, the negative things that has happened. What has been the best part? It sounds like, you like being able to train. You're a low-key guy. You're not out partying, obviously. What has been your if there's a silver lining for you in 2020, something that's positive, what would that be?
Honestly, I actually touched on this on my video I did 12 Days of Christmas. I don't know, you should do 12 Days of Christmas workout. And it was, honestly, my content this year was so different to what I'm normally used to. It forced me to, like I mentioned, go outside, tried the rugby training. I did the gymnastics with Niles, which was so much fun. Did the bouldering. Again, it was a lot of fun. So, this year, ironically, I've enjoyed the whole YouTube creating content and meeting new people and just being more social, because I'm naturally an introvert. I like to just do my own thing and come in here, film all the content, film the training. And this year it's just made me have to try new things, and I've probably enjoyed creating content a lot more this year in terms of the different people I've met and the different things I've got to do.
Yeah.
So, and that's all down to because we couldn't go to the gym.
Another round? We good?
Another 20. I'll try to probably, yeah. Give me that. Yeah, cool. 20.
Yep, on you. Woo! Yeah, I like how you did that. You broke it up into 2 sets of 10. I do that all the time, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I do it. Sometimes, like, I'll do 30, and then I'll count 20, or I'll do, like however, let's say I'm doing 50. I'll break it up any different number of ways, but I do that all the time. It just makes it seem like you're doing less for whatever reason when you start counting over at 10. It's like, oh, I got 10 left. Instead of doing 20, I'm only doing 10. So
yeah, plus it's just easier to count rather than 11. Well,
it's true. It's a good point.
I'm just 18.
All right, let's do another
Number 20.
Okay. Good. Love it. What would be your favorite CrossFit workout?
That's a good one. Do I have one?
Yeah, if you're gonna do a CrossFit workout, like maybe not even your favorite, if you're gonna do a CrossFit workout that you want to put up against, like you're going against Matt Frazier tomorrow, and you have to be like, okay, I don't want to look silly. I'm going to pick this workout because I think I can hang with him. Which one do you do?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Anything that doesn't involve a cardio machine. Actually, anything that involves dumbbells and the ski.
Okay.
They're the two things I'm very good. I can, even if I'm dying, hold on to a dumbbell. And usually I train with, a lot of the times I use the 30s. So 30 kilo dumbbells. And so if it's dumbbell and ski work, I can hang with a lot of, so my friends, some of my friends were really good when it comes to dumbbells and ski. I can't remember the name of the workout. It was dumbbells, ski, and wall balls, and I was able to hang on. I can't remember the name of the workout. I wish I could. I'll try and find that.
Dumbbell, and wall ball. I like that.
Yeah, because I'm tall. I'm quite tall, so the wall balls gives me an advantage slightly. But with ski, I'm very good on the ski. I'm terrible on every other thing, on every other machine. Anything that involves
that ski, because you're such a big guy that I feel like that lends itself to you just get your momentum with your body weight into that ski.
Yeah.
It's crushed.
It's a lot. Ski is a lot of power.
Yeah.
If you get the technique right, you can get a lot of clock a lot of calories on the ski. Right. Dumbbell snatches. I do a lot of dumbbell cycling. So just because I love dumbbell movements, so anything with dumbbell snatches, dumbbell clean and press, I can literally hold on for dear life, even if I'm tired. So that's probably the only time I'll, if anything else.
All right, Matt Frazier, you heard that. Obi's challenging. I'm just kidding.
Listen, I mean, if hopefully, fingers crossed, I get to do more content with a lot of CrossFitters. I just started up with the Buttery Bros, so it'll be good to get a workout with the best. That's the whole point. I'm never going to be as good, but it'd be nice to actually see what it feels like training. Like you train with Brooke. Yeah. I would love to know what it feels like training, because she's an absolute beast.
Yeah, she is. Again, like you, amazing physique, but has the ability to do amazing things with that physique as well. So yeah. Love training that, because that's my passion. There's the physique side, but then there's also just as important or more important at different times in my life, the performance side. So
yeah.
All right, let's knock out 40. Let's push it to 40. Well, that'll be 100. We'll be good to go. Right? We're at 60?
Yeah.
All right. We got 40?
Yeah.
That's good.
I think I got it.
Yeah. Let's go 40. Just round it out to an even 100 then. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on you. Let's go. Six, 4. Woo! 7, 8. 11 more. Get it. We're redlining here. This is the end of the workout. Woo! My chest is absolutely destroyed. I'm doing Obi dirty here. He's gotten a hell of a workout already in.
I can't even remember where I'm at now.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at either. We'll say 5. We got 5 more.
Yeah.
5 more. And again, form is always impressive. Oh. Nice. Nice.
Oh my God.
Brother, 240 pounds, that's the real deal right there. All right, brother, take care.
Take care, speak to you later.
Okay, bye, Obi.
Bye.
Next up, we have Devin. Now, Devin is a beast. He does a lot of cool different things, but what I like that he just recently did, he bear crawled. Yes, bear crawled a marathon. That is insane. To have that kind of mental toughness to bear crawl a full marathon. Okay, all right guys, next up, coming to us from South Carolina right now. The guy is always traveling, always on the go. One of the most high energy guys, yes. Mr. Bear Crawl 26 miles himself. Devin is in the house. Let's go!
What's good?
And Bear Crawl for the intro. Dude, tell me about that bear crawl, because I watched that all go down. It just looked like the most miserable shit. I hate bear crawls. You're great at them, obviously. How did you get in a mindset that, like, where was your mindset that you're like, I'm gonna bear crawl a marathon?
Dude, I went into it with a non-negotiable mentality. I mean, I had a lot of intrinsic and extrinsic motivators. Ross Edgley is the one that really convinced me, our fellow Gymshark homie. but I just wanted to do something for purpose in 2020 and like do something where I was like giving back, and rather than just like doing all these crazy workouts online, like bring awareness to something that I believe in. And, you know, I started talking about my father and like his suicide a little bit. But once I started to express it more and more, it actually it was like a big weight was off my chest. And so that was like my big like intrinsic motivator. And then the extrinsic one was raising money for this foundation where we take veterans, we put them through a 3-week training course, and they come out personal trainers on the other side. And so it gives them purpose again. It costs about $3,000 a veteran to put them through the camp. And so we raised around $500,000 with the help of John Cena and some really cool sponsors. Gymshark was a big one. And so that was kind of my goal of 2020 to do that. And, you know, I went into it with a non-negotiable mentality where like, hey, I'm not going to fucking stop until I finish. So I went in and, you know, it was below freezing. You know, it took 20 hours, 48 minutes, but I had some really good support, and we got it done.
That is again, like when you say Ross Edgley, it's like that sounds like some Ross Edgley shit. Like running around the UK, like bear crawling a marathon, both things that I honestly didn't. Those things never crossed my mind because they're just next level shit. So good for you, man.
Yeah. Thanks,
so
man.
cool to see somebody doing that. Did you have any, like, how was your body after that? You know, a day after, a week after? Like, how long did it take you to recover?
Yeah, honestly, like, it was probably like a month and a half. I'm like pretty good now. My wrist is, I have to go get checked out because the pain hasn't gone away since then. But I mean, I was just throbbing. Honestly, it was like I was throbbing for a solid month and a half. Like at night, my knees were just aching. I mean, I don't recommend anyone to like bear crawl a marathon. I was obviously doing it for a charity, but yeah, man, it was at a point like during the marathon, mile 11 was the hardest. I took my headphones, I threw them. I was like, this is bullshit. Like, it's so cold. Like, my headphones just died. Like, I just got out of the zone for like a quick minute. Yeah. And then I just like remembered like why I was doing it. And I got back into it. But yeah, man, my body, my quads, my wrist, were the most sore. Everyone says your back, but really when you're bear crawling, right? Yeah. It's all your quads that you're pushing off of, and then obviously all the pressure on your wrist. So I'm good now though, man. Hey, I'm solid. I'm healthy. I feel good.
Nice. Well, honestly, super inspirational. So we'll go on you.
Yeah.
We can do them anyway.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna do 20 at a time, and we're gonna do yoga push-ups. And so how I like to do yoga push-ups, I'll show you why. So I go here and your body kind of comes through, you're a little bit more functional, and then you go into a push-up. And then here. Yeah, and so let's go 20 at a time. I'll count them out and then we'll rest and go again. So here we go. 1, down to the floor, 2.
Woo! Those definitely, those are more taxing than the regular push-up. I can attest to that, especially for me. I was feeling it a little bit in the hip flexors, but definitely felt it getting a good stretch in the lats as I go back. I like that.
Yeah, so, man. I do those like definitely more than regular push-ups. And then I also do the hand release push-ups, which we'll do next. Yeah. But my whole training is like, I just get really bored with like the basic stuff. Like I grew up in like my father and grandpa was both professional weightlifters. So I was doing like the basic movements when I was like a child. And so like, I don't know if I've grown out of it, like, or whatever. I just like adding like different innovations to my workouts. So like the yoga push-up, right? It's not a regular push-up. You're having a little bit more fun with it, you know? I do a lot of like, you know, stuff where I'm on all fours at all times, not just bear crawl, but like even like cross throughs, you know, stuff like that where like, I feel like a kid again. I'm moving around, gets the heart rate up. I just want to be.
Again, like you said, it seems like you genuinely have fun with your workouts. Like it might be, you know, it might be something that, again, you're moving, you're trying different things, but out of everyone that I follow, it seems like, you know, your workouts are always just fun. Like they're like, you leave watching a video, you're like, man, I want to try that. Like it's some gnarly shit. I want to try it. So I think that's a cool thing that you been about?
Let's do hand release. So here, up, and then here. I like doing these especially for beginners. We're at 4, 5, because you can't cheat it. Your chest is all the way to the floor, you know? I went to a military academy. That's 9, 10, and the biggest thing they would say is chest to the floor, and they just yell at you. And so I feel like ever since then, I've really tried to implement these. 15, 16,
What a military academy.
18, 19, 20. Valley Forge Military Academy.
Nice.
It's like right outside Philadelphia. So after my dad passed, I kind of got sent there. So I was like 16, 17, 18. And then, but it was good because you learn like a ton of discipline. You get very cultured fast because all the kids that went to the school are from Russia, China, Europe. You meet everyone in the world there, so you understand different cultures and whatnot. And then from like a sports perspective, you get noticed a lot more than like going to like a little high school in New Hampshire, you know?
Yeah, I've heard of Valley Forge. It's cool that it was that multicultural too, because I feel like that was one thing growing up for me in Idaho. Didn't get exposed to a lot of things until I started traveling with Optimum Nutrition and Gymshark, and that's been a blessing. So to have that at such a young age, that's invaluable. That's cool.
This push-up, we're gonna do a cross-through push-up. So we go cross-through, push-up, cross-through, push-up. So that's 2. Right. Cross-through. Okay. You ready? I'll go 1.
Woo! That actually lit up my hip flexors.
I know. Oh shit. We're gonna do burpee push-ups. Woo! With a little jump. AJ Baker's gonna love this. You ready? Let's get it. 1.
Woo! Yes, sir. That definitely.
Sorry, my headphones fell.
Definitely got the heart rate up there. How much do you love, like, biggest thing I've noticed with Whoop, I don't recover, I'm not recovering as well as I should. My sleep's just been shitty, so that's one thing that, like, going into 2021, I'm looking at big time.
My recovery, it was off because I was in Dubai, San Diego, Utah. I was like all over the place in the last month. And so sleep is all messed up. But now I'm back on track. I got like 85 the last 3 days in a row. So I'm chilling right now.
Nice.
Yeah, my strength.
My recovery, if I'm over 60, I'm happy. For whatever reason.
No, I'm the same way. Anything over 50 for me, I'm like, okay, dope. But the strain part, I mean, it's just interesting just to have those numbers, especially for competitive people like ourselves. Like, I want to know what I'm at every day. I want to know if I should be pushing my body, if I should be resting, and Whoop, like the innovations they constantly are coming out with, even with the HRV and the connection with like COVID and whatnot. Right. It's just like they're constantly innovating. And that's constantly.
When I had COVID, I was at it knew my body. My numbers were completely skewed. My respiratory rate, HRV. So like my respiratory rate when I sleep is like a 14.4. I got tested for COVID, didn't have the results, but that night, my respiratory rate was like in the 20s. I had a one recovery score. So.
Oh my God.
It was.
I don't think I've ever even heard of that.
I know. I looked at it the next morning. It literally was an awful night. I just couldn't be comfortable in my body. It gave me a 1 recovery score. I'm like, that's got to be a damn record. Like,
what?
That, and then of course got my COVID test the next day. It was positive, but it's cool to show her that data. Like, okay, it's not just mentally something in your head. You have that data where you're like, okay, today I'm gonna back off a little bit, or I'm gonna go all out. I want to peak. I love how they have peak, perform. You need this much speed. I love having that data.
Yeah. Yeah, I look at it as like a battery pack, man. Like I wake up and if I'm at like we said, like with the recovery, it's something psychologically that kicks in. Like it's like, okay, dope. Like I'm at 85, I can perform today. But if you wake up and you're at 10, you're like mentally, you're like, oh, I'm so drained today. My Whoop said I'm at a 10, so you kind of like chill out, you know?
True, it's so true. Or I've even like on those days, I've been like, okay, instead of my going for a run today, I'm gonna go for a walk. And again, it's like I think we're both the type of people that probably have to err more on the side of okay, because mentally, I'm sure you're like me, and it's like if I didn't have that, I just go balls to the wall until I get sick or until I
always
feel arrested.
Dude, that's what we're gonna grab a chair if you can, because we're gonna do incline push-ups. But I think people need to understand that like there is a balance to life, and it's not just go go go. Because I used to be go go go, and I imagine you were as well. And like there's a time and place for it, but dude, having that balance in and just like sitting back and like taking a deep breath and like, wow, look at the fucking flowers blooming, and wow, the birds are chirping, and like life is actually better than it looks in the news, you know?
So true.
So, yeah, I'm going wall. We'll go now. All right, let's go. 20. Oh, up on the wall's a little hard. What do you got? What do you have planned for 2020 or 2021?
Yeah, 2021 for us, it's going to be, we're launching supplements. If you don't know about Australia, I think the biggest thing, you mentioned this earlier, having that, like, if you have a vacation, something to look forward to, you're kind of, you know that there's that mental release that's coming. That's big. And, we thought Morgan was going to be able to get over to the States. I'm now trying to get to Australia. And I think in not to harp on 2020 too much, the biggest thing that's been tough for me is just uncertainty. Haven't been able to plan anything. And I travel, typically in a normal year, I travel a lot, and that's obviously just been squashed this year. So I'm looking forward to just traveling a lot more, getting to Australia. It's such a vibe there. Like Morgan right now, she's in Byron Bay, hanging out on the beach. I love the lifestyle that the average Australian has. Most of the country, obviously, it's about the size of the US, 26 million people, so less than California. So you got a lot of coastline for everyone to hang out on. And people are just happy. I love that.
So the last one, because I know this is the last set, right? Last 20?
Yep.
You played college ball?
Yep.
All right, cool. We're going to do a little foot fire, drop, push up. We got 20 of them. You know what this is. I guess I'll call the drop. Let's hit 20. Keep the feet fast. Let's go. Stop.
Oh, what happened? What happened? Uh-oh. We might have lost our dude. The Zoom cut off, so I got 18 more, 17. Definitely the hardest. I don't know what happened to our dude. I think his phone might have cut out. Ooh, I can definitely say hardest.
It cut out. It cut out, so we got to do it again.
Are you back?
Not yet. I don't know why.
I appreciate you.
Oh man.
Taking time for us. Definitely was the hardest 100 push-ups this far, so I appreciate you on that.
Of course. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of the week. Stay positive.
Appreciate it. Have a blessed New Year, man.
All right, brother. You too. Peace.
That was a spicy one. I liked the variation that we threw in. Again, first three guys, such cool, each one inspirational in their own way. 310 push-ups in. So next up, our first female, Hannah. I'm gonna get a little BCAA action here. Shameless plug, Culture Sups. You guys can actually get these in about a week. So you can get a shaker too. We can match. We can be shaker buddies. All right. 310 down. I have right around 700 to go, 690. We're gonna get people to match that on this side. And again,
we're gonna be donating. I'm gonna be personally donating $2,021 to a charity, and then also Gymshark. They're donating. They've been so charitable throughout this pandemic, helping personal trainers, helping people that have been out of work. So we're doing our part here. Let's see how Miss Hannah Oberg is doing in Sweden. How's your little fam? How's everyone?
They're good. My little dude is walking. He's almost running. He's like, I want to go faster. He's so like, I don't know what happened, because he was just like a little baby.
Yes.
And now he's walking around. So yeah.
How is he over a year?
No, he's 10 months.
I know. I was just thinking that. I'm like, that sounds so early to be walking.
It is. I walked when I was 10 months. So yeah, he got it from me then.
Oh, the genetics.
Yeah, but he's good. He's doing so good, and he's growing, and he's becoming a little person with a personality, which is so cool to see. How he's like, you can't touch that, I'm getting mad. And he shows so much like temper all the time. It's
really?
So cool to see. Yeah, it's so cool to see.
It's been fun to watch your guys' lives. And I gotta say, like, mad props to you because you do a really good job of showing the motherhood side, the real side of being a mom. But then also, like, you just straight up beast things. Like you bounce back. Like, I'm sure you've heard this so many times, but you bounce back super fast, like you were working out. Like, I'm sure you've gotten all sorts of different comments on things, the wonderful world of social media, but like what you've been able to do post-pregnancy is nothing short of amazing. So hats off to you, Hannah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been working hard, but I'm really happy and proud of my body and the bounce back and everything. But I think that, as I think we talked about it in the Gymshark live like months ago, that I gave my body time to just recover, and I've never done it as I've done it this time. And now I'm actually training a lot less than I did before, and I think that this balance has really been good on me, to chill a little bit more and to not have to be active all the time.
I think that's something that I've talked with everyone about, like every one of the Gymshark athletes. I think you don't get to a place in this day and age with social media and fitness, like the people that kind of rise to the top, sometimes are almost OCD about things and about getting in meals and training constantly. But at some point, what has helped you in the past can end up burning you out or end up making it not fun anymore. And I talked to Obi was on, Matt Does Fitness is on, Devin's been on. All of these guys, I think, have a good way of changing up the training, of making it fun. And another way of doing it, I think, at different times in our lives, there's a different balance. Like, there's a time in your life where you went through competing, you went through just going all out, that you learned so much that now, because you had that knowledge, because you went through that time, you don't have to live like that anymore, because you know how to get the maximum results. And the difference between overtraining and overdoing it, and then and now being able to be like, okay, I know that I can maintain or even make small improvements working like this. And I think as a mom, that's something you have to find the balance with. Like, it's such an important thing because you have so many duties now.
Yeah, you definitely need to prioritize. And that's also why I'm really happy about the gym, because I can just go downstairs when he's up sleeping. So yeah, you definitely need to have like a schedule and a plan of what you're gonna do. But yeah, my schedules and like how I'm planning, that's more for myself, so I can, because it's not easy being a mom and being a full-time like working mom as well, because I don't have a maternity leave that everybody else has. So yeah, it's definitely hard making it to work, but I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to not put so much pressure on myself. Sometimes I just like, I want to do everything in one day, but like I have to just take a step back and just, what is important today? What do I need to do today? And then I can take the rest later. And that is, I can honestly say, it's a struggle. It's definitely a struggle, because I've always been that kind of girl who wants to, like, if I have a goal, that's the only thing I have in my mind, and I'm gonna get it done. It doesn't matter how I'm gonna feel when I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do it. And that's not the lifestyle that I can live today. So yeah, it is a struggle, but I am so happy and grateful that me and Robin can work together as well to help me.
Yes, that is and definitely a blessing. The pros and cons of, obviously, you don't have that maternity leave, but you also can work from home. Like, you've done a great job of creating a life for yourself that you can be mom and, you know, Hannah Oberg on social media. And I think that anyone watching this video here, they're probably seeing a common theme with a lot of the Gymshark athletes, and that's people that at the end of the day, it's almost like they need to learn how to back off at times because they're used to gas on the pedal 100%. And I think that that's what, you know, creates so much success, but also, like I said, at the same time, is something that to the world looks awesome because you're always going. But for your own mental health and your own well-being, there's going to be a time that we all need to take a step back and recharge that battery and be that person that, you know, the rest of the world doesn't see. So I commend you. You're doing a great job, and and thank you for being on. We got some push-ups.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Booty up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10.
Oh, Miss Hannah, your push-up form is impressive. I feel like you have, like, what is your goal right now in terms of your training? Like, are you in a strength phase? Are you cutting? What is your goal right now?
Right now, I'm planning on next year to just work on my strengths.
Nice.
And push myself, try to just reach new goals for myself, like more. I always do chin-ups and pull-ups. I don't know if you saw in my stories that I have been posting that I have been doing that. And my goal now is to do 20 of each.
Pull-ups?
Yeah.
Whoa!
So
that's an intense one.
Yeah, I've done 16, so
that's impressive.
I'm gonna try to do 20, like small goals like that. But then I also have a challenge coming up in my fitness app in ONU, and we're gonna do a 60 days challenge. Nice. In the app as well to make all of the girls in the app in the same challenge and do it together.
And what's your app called for my channel? So people can, girls out there, guys, if your girlfriend's looking for an app, and they can check your app out at?
My app name is called Own You.
Nice.
Yes.
And
I'm really, really, really proud of that app. I'm so, like, the fact that we actually launched, like, that I reached, because that is also a goal that I have, because when I started this Instagram, like when I started everything, I was like, I want to be able to help as many as possible. And now when I have an app, it makes me all like,
You're so cute. I love that. I will say, Hannah, from the minute I met Hannah at the first Gymshark event, definitely has that, that it factor where you make people feel very comfortable immediately as soon as they meet you. So I think that
don't make me cry, okay? I'm already emotional.
Well, you're definitely as advertised. Like, people love you on Instagram, and I love that in person you are that exact same person. So
thank you. Do you remember when we told you? Do you remember when we told you about Colin, that we were pregnant?
Yes, I do. I love I remember that, and it's crazy how long now that we've known each other. Like, I feel like time just flies by. So at some point, I'm coming over to Sweden to meet Colin too.
You have to. I'm counting on it.
All right.
Are you ready?
Speaking of counting on it, let's count push-ups. Here we go. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's do 11. Let's do 15. 12.
Are you done?
14, 15. Hannah, I feel like you're kind of low key. Like, I thought, okay, 10 push-ups, but I feel like how many push-ups are you up to on your, like, are you keeping track of that along with your pull-ups?
I've done a 35 at most, like.
What? Great.
Yeah, but yeah. So maybe have that as a goal as well, like keep 40.
That is really, so
yeah.
What are we at right now? We did 10, we're at 25 right now. This last one, we'll do 25.
Okay.
You're not even scared.
I'm with you.
So what is the biggest thing you're looking forward to in 2021?
Oh my God, to be able to like travel and meet up with friends, and yeah, travel. I think travel is the most. Like 2020 has been a crappy year, but still 2020 is my best year in my life because I got Colin. So yes. I can't say that this year has been the worst because he's the best thing that ever happened to us. So yeah, but overall 2020 has been, yeah, not so good.
So, yeah, and I think that's a good thing, like, for people to realize out there is, like, I mean, 2020 is really, you know, we've talked about how bad it is, but for you, like, you're still making huge personal strides. Obviously, Colin just trumps any other year because that is a love for a child. Like, that's a monumental life thing. But I mean, it's been really cool to see, you know, the growth in your life the last year, and it's something that I think, you know, especially, you know, Morgan and I, when we talk about people that are, you know, little families that are like, eventually we want a family, and I know that that's something that, you know, when we look at your stuff, we just absolutely love it. So I think you're inspiring people also besides fitness, you know, and like family and lifestyle goals too. So I think it's something that is. What's the hardest part about being a mom?
I think for myself is that he's growing so fast, and sometimes I don't know how to explain it, but like I can feel bad about, like, I can ask myself, have I really been there every single day and every step of his development, and have I really seen it all? Because it is really hard when trying to like build and work with social media when you should have your phone so much. Sometimes I just want to take my phone and like throw it out the window because it takes too much of my attention from time to time, and I can feel like the only thing that matters is him. So that's something that I like struggling with, because I'm trying to have my phone, like when he's asleep, I'm like, ooh, work. And when he's awake, I'm trying to just like put it on the side and don't have my phone, because he's still the most important thing ever. So it is really hard to find a balance between being a mom and doing what I do. That's just how I personally feel.
I can imagine that. I'm sure you're harder on yourself than you need to be. I mean, it sounds like you like being the best mom. You like being the best, you know, trainer. You like being the best because it's the person that you are. So I'm sure you're doing a phenomenal job. I know how it feels though. Like, Hobbs, come here. Yay! Even oh, you're getting a stretch. Come here. Come say hi to Hannah. Even with him, if I'm on my phone and I haven't given him love, and of course you're not really a human, but sometimes I think you are. So I can imagine how hard it would be with your actual own blood, your own baby. So you're doing great.
But like, I know Ori is still our first baby boy, and he's also, that's also kind of hard because we have been giving Ori 200% of our attention. And when Colin came into the picture, Ori was like, yeah, he's cute, but what is happening? You know, but he's still, when Colin is asleep during the nights and during the evenings, Robin and I, we always have like Ori cuddle time. So Ori gets to be with us in the sofa. It is really hard to make him feel as loved as before because Colin gets so much attention all the time. But we're really trying every day to make him feel as involved as possible with everything that we're doing. We're always taking a family walk, stuff like that. So I totally understand what you mean with the dog. It's like your baby.
Yeah, and I can imagine. like obviously you and Robin, great dog parents. So of course you guys would be great human parents as well. So I can imagine it's tough. My brother kind of went through the same thing. Like you love your dog so much, and then it's like your baby comes and that love just expands a millionfold because it's your baby. And then the dog's kind of like, okay, well, what about me? But it sounds like Ari's such a cute dog. It sounds like he's still getting some love.
He's the best baby brother, but older brother to Colin. And now when Colin is a little bit bigger and they can play.
Yes.
You know, before Ari was like, he's too small. I don't know how to handle him. So he walked away. But now he's like being on the carpet when Colin is playing, and he's all over Colin as well. So it's really cute to see how I think they will be best friends in just a couple of months.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, I can't wait for more Ari and Colin content too. So, all right.
Okay.
Push-ups.
Are we ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay.
You count them out. I'll go on you.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Are you with me?
Yeah.
20.
Let's go. I like it.
22, 23, 24, 25.
Woo!
Are we doing more?
That was 50. You killed that. Hey, I gotta tell you, I'm so impressed with how strong you are. Like that's some Viking power right there for sure. But thank you so much for joining us. Tell Robin and Colin thank you for letting us steal you away for a little bit of time.
I will. I had such a blast, and I missed you so much.
I know
I'm so glad to see you. Like, even though we can't hug, I'm still so happy to see you.
I really hope that we get to see each other sometime next year. I know we love you. We love watching your little family growing, and hopefully we get to see you guys this next year. So.
Love you too. Thank you so much, and really nice video.
Okay, thank you so much. Hey, enjoy your new year, and go give that family some love for me.
I will. You too. Say hi to Morgan.
Will do.
And kiss Hobbs. Bye.